What would be the tuition fee cost for bachelor's and master's program?
Yeah, the tuition fee are
Coming towards the English proficiency requirement, which is again something which Indian students have in their mind, that whether they have to give IELTS exam or TOEFL exam. So in that case, is MOI, which is the medium of instruction, accepted, or the student has to give an IELTS or a TOEFL? Do they face any kind of hurdle while communicating to the locals or during the part-time options as well? Hello and welcome to the yet another exciting episode of AcadFly Study Abroad podcast. I'm your host today, Mohit Chandra, Destination Head for Europe, Canada, Australia, and we would like to welcome you to join this podcast. We have today with us Professor Rees, all the way from Albania, from Canadian Institute of Technology with us today, and he will give you an insight of the study structure, the opportunities, why Albania, what courses, and what not, in terms of European studies in Albania itself. So, Professor, to you.
hello, nice to be here. Warm greetings to all of you from Canadian Institute of Technology, from community of professors and community of students. CIT is established in 2011. It is situated in Tirana. Across 15 years of experience in teaching and research, CIT is branded as a top-ranked university through Faculty of Computer Engineering and Faculty of Economics.
Okay. And I believe this is the Canadian Institute, which is there in Albania itself, and the programs, for bachelor's and master's which they offers. Can you give us an insight about those?
Yes, there are two faculties at Canadian Institute of Technology, Faculty of Engineering and Faculty of Economics. Okay. Through two cycles of studies in both faculties, CIT students have opportunity and chances to learn different programs in computer engineering, software engineering, telecommunication, artificial intelligence and data science, and also robotics and mechatronics. While in Faculty of Economics, they have the opportunity to study on business and administration and information technology, finance and accounting, digital marketing, real estate and insurance, international finance, fintech investment, and through these programs they are well equipped with knowledge and skills to jump in the labor market successfully and professionally.
So these programs which are available in Canadian Institute of Technology, CIT, are for bachelor's and master's both?
Yes, these are programs which offer diploma for bachelor and master students. For diplomas for bachelor students have 180 credits, while diploma for Master of Science have 120 credits, all designed based on a North American curricula model and aligned with Bologna system, the system of European education system.
Okay. So as you spoke about the curriculum, so I believe the curriculum mostly include of moreover a practical approach, experiential learning than to a theoretical. So if you could give us an insight on that.
Yes, it's in mindset of CIT to offer knowledge and theoretical concept on the program, but also linking with practical skills, capabilities of students. So there is a mixed approach and integrated approach, both theoretical and practical one, and in its mindset has a business and market oriented
programs, right?
Programs, yes.
So good. So as you know, the Indian students majorly look into the approach of moreover learning is a part, but again if you talk about experiential learning, which is nowadays the best thing to do. You cannot be reading through the books instead of experimenting those things in the lab and all. So as the program suggests, that computer science program, so they have a lot of various fields in that.
Yeah, that's true. It happens at CIT, that's mindset, that philosophy. At CIT, through academic program, you have the opportunity to get theoretical knowledge, but also to be highly skilled, be prepared for the labor market. So it happens through the courses, through all the programs, but it happens also through very close and strong links with business and industry, which are very present and well integrated across CIT programs. Students of the CIT has the possibility to touch realities and to meet on the ground business, corporations and industry stakeholders due to partnership established between CIT and those companies and business and industry stakeholders. But also under the CIT programs of teaching and learning, there are internship programs. Through these internship programs, CIT students are obliged. It is a must to be on the ground in business and companies. So we offer a list of companies where students express their willings or desire to have their internship in these different companies. So they have possibility to exercise, to behave like an employee in different sectors, and then to know how to jump effectively and successfully in the labor market.
Yes, so internship definitely going to help students, to understand the work culture, to understand the knowledge, and how once they are graduate, how exactly the job would be. So it basically, brings up a base of a student once they are, graduated or, masters done, how to be there in the industry and how to perform well. So that is, of course, it's a great part of great initiative. These all internships are there in the curriculum of the programs.
Yeah, that's true. It empowers students to be successful and effective in their professional career. Through this process, they are among, let's say, all professionals, employees. So they know how to behave in terms of organizational behaviors. They know how to work in teams, how to be multicultural in companies where employees from different parts of the globe are present and cooperate and cohabitate in a professional activity. So this is very important, and we really do emphasize important this aspect. There are also hubs where CIT students can exercise their knowledge and skills and be empowered for the labor market, getting ready while they are students to be very good professionals.
Great. And same goes with the university as well. I believe you will be having multi-cultural or let's say multi-country students out there in the university itself. So it brings up that intellectual level of the student, meeting the different nationality out there and study together.
Yes, for sure. It's in our philosophy, the way we behave with our students, their culture of interacting among them. It's very integrated one with international students. It's our obligation. We live in Tirana. Our institution is situated in Tirana, in Albania. And Albania is the homeland of Mother Teresa, and it can't be differently. So we are proud of that, and we do cultivate this mindset, this habit and patterns between our students. They feel that they are in their home, they feel they're comfortable, and we realize that through different activities which are undertaking under different students' clubs, so they can have possibility to interact with each other through art, sport, culture. There are football club, volleyball club, basketball club, and other clubs which create a soft and very, let's say, comfortable environment for international students to be very integrated and well integrated in that reality.
Yes. So it gives students, a time to regenerate themselves through sports activities as well, aside from the studies. So how many lectures, let's say, in a week, or how many classes are there in a week wherein a student is, coming to the university and doing his studies?
Yes, there are 5 days per week. for both bachelor and master programs. For bachelor students, classes take part from 9 o'clock till 1 o'clock p.m. So they have four courses per day. Among these, 2 courses are lectures and 2 are seminars. So they have an integrated mode of teaching and learning, or learning through teaching,
right.
and then exercising their knowledge under the theoretical and practical behavior. So the rest of the day, it's their time. They have time to rest, they have time to study, but why not to be employed partly, but let's say being satisfied at different terms of their activity. While for master students, there are classes 5 to 9 p.m. This is because all they are employed.
Okay.
And we create possibility for students to be employed and to empower them through education. And under an inclusive and let's say supportive mindset, we create possibility for students to study, be empowered, and be successful in their professional career. This is general for the CIT students.
That's wonderful. And as you were talking about employment, so if you could give an insight about, while studying, the students can go, do a part-time job. So how many hours they are entitled for a part-time job or a full-time job during their studies? So if you can give it insight on that.
Being empowered with all knowledge and skills in English language, which is a must-do for our contemporary society, but being also empowered with knowledge and skills of information and communication technologies, there are a lot of opportunities for CIT students, be employed, placed part-timely, but why not more than part-timely. The labor demand is very, let's say, significant to the Albanian market, actually, but we believe also in the perspectives. So CIT students actually have the possibility to be employed by the second year, part-timely or more intensively. But in terms of formal indicators, more than 90% of students, more than 95% of students are placed up while they are finishing a bachelor program. As for Master of Science students, they are totally employed, being in selective works, well paid, as they are very, let's say, qualified, and let's say, in terms of professional skills, they are well defined in the labor market in Albania.
Okay, so you mean to say that master student can work full time, and that's why the classes have been designed from 5 to 9.
They do practically work, all of them, full time.
Great. And coming to the affordability for the students, that is one of the most important concern for Indian students when they plan to study abroad. They have this thing in their mind that what would be the affordability, like what would be the tuition fee cost, what would be the living expenses that they have to bear while studying in any international country, and how could, Albania could be their choice in terms of economically or affordability?
So I will start firstly with social environment in Albania, which is very, very friendly, peacefully and welcoming one, not only to Indian, but to all international one, professional, where there are students, people from art, sport and culture. This is Albania. Then in terms of labor market, there are opportunities for you to study, to work, and to supply your daily life, and to have a balance between studying, living, and having, let's say, other, social
life and
life
work
and
everything.
Kind of happiness which you create. But it depends on who you are.
Exactly.
If you are good students, if your intention is to be a good student, a hard worker, and you have some career ambitions, the future is yours there. But if you want to sleep or just dream, then you have to suffer a bit. But
Definitely.
There are a lot of opportunities for you to be well accommodated in social and economical and other life balances. This is coming through, these insights is coming from what experience till now there. And Albania, it's a booming country for not just for tourism, but so I think there are a lot of opportunities. Traditionally, Albania has been a crossroad of a communication between Europe and the other part of Western Balkan and the East. It's the country where corridors traditionally through history passed. Remember, Via Egnatia, which linked through ancient history, Europe with Western Balkans and Asia far through Silky Road. Now there are these new pan-European corridors of transportation where Albania is part of these crossroads.
Okay.
So many international companies, considering the booming tourism sector, means there are a lot of opportunities for students from Albanian students, international students, and all professionals which have intention to have a good and successful career in their life.
Okay. And what would be the tuition fee cost for bachelor's and master's program?
Yeah, the tuition fee are 3,000 for economic and 3,500 per year euro per master students, including some other kind of small.
Yeah, so that is very, very economic friendly for the international students.
Yes, it's very economic and supportive also. CIT consider the social dimension. It's not just a university which operates in terms of market, but CIT consider social dimensions while do economy. Also consider environmental issues terms. So it designed to be as a model of sustainable development university, which drives education and perspectives for students and the society.
And if you talk about the admission criteria, let's say for bachelor's program and then coming towards the master's program, what all documentations or what is exactly how much grade or percentage is required for an international student to get admitted in CIT?
Yeah, so CIT, as I already told you, it's an institution which operates under the state governmental regulation. So any students which come at CIT should accomplish all this regulation. And there is a set of regulation where students can easily read and fulfill these documents. The grade average should be 6.5. Okay. This is the state level. For sure, we are interested for talented students because CIT is well known as an institution where talented are present and grown up to jump in the professional activity in science and education. But we are not an institution which excludes students, whether they are Albanian or international one. So based on the state and governmental regulation, we do apply all this regulation. But for sure, there are certain terms established according to the CIT regulation, which are under this governmental frame, but making more strong values to CIT, considering code of ethics, multiculturalism, and other kind of human and professional dimensions, which make CIT distinguished for students and professors.
Okay, so 6.5 refers to the 65% for Indian students for bachelor's, and same goes for master's as well?
Yes, so we apply this regulation, and students which are registering to the CIT or who express interest have a certain steps and procedure where they present all documentation, and there is a commission in the CIT where make evidences any part and every let's say indicators of their documentation. But all this interaction is friendly, supportive, and tells students how to fulfill documents, how to implement all the procedures in order to be easily integrated in the Albania life, but also in Albanian institution like CIT is.
Okay. And coming towards the English proficiency requirement, which is again something which Indian students have in their mind, that whether they have to give IELTS exam or TOEFL exam. So in that case, is MOI, which is the medium of instruction, accepted, or the student has to give an IELTS or a TOEFL?
So when students come to learn at CIT, means that there is no other language, just English.
Okay.
So it's a must to. But we do not exclude students which have not high level of proficiency in English. So B2 is a must to for CIT students, for bachelor and master. But anyone which come and study at CIT has the possibility to have progress, okay, and to be empowered even through English language proficiency and advanced knowledge.
So MOI is also accepted, and yes, again, the B2 level of English which would be required, that could be done through the proficiency test, or the university must be having their own proficiency test as well during the time of application or post-application.
As I already told, there is a previous intercommunication between the CIT commission, a professor admission, and let's say there is a cross-dimension sectoral commission at CIT, which make an evaluation which goes beyond the papers and the documents, but which is friendly and supportive for all those which want to study, but keeping also standards.
Definitely. And what would be what intakes does a CIT have? Like, is it September, or then they have a January intake also, or May intake? So if you could give us an idea about that.
Yes, the learning process starts at the beginning of October.
October, okay.
So the end of July, it's
the applications should be submitted by end of July.
As a deadline
right.
for all those which want to study and present all documents for the CIT, to be a CIT students.
Okay, so we have one intake which is October every year.
Yes, we have just one
intake.
One intake. It's October, and the deadline should be considered the end of July.
End of July. All right. So I believe this is the right time wherein the students should apply.
Yes, there are 2 months.
Yeah, actually there are 2 months. So students should apply and get their offer from the university, and then they can pursue their dream to study abroad with this particular university. So coming back to the language thing, let's say as you said, that English is very much welcomed in Albania and all.
Yes.
The students who are working part-time or let's say full-time, so do they face any kind of hurdle while communicating to the locals or during the part-time options as well?
I don't think they should be afraid how to integrate in terms of Albanian language. Generally, international students in Albania, they are well integrated. They have no difficulty to jump in the Albanian reality. Most of Albanians speak English, generally the young generation and all those that manage companies and other activities. But till now, we do not have bad experience in that terms. But
okay. So majorly everybody out there, especially the young generation and the companies, prefer English only because they also understand that they have international students and international employments with them, so they has to be in English.
And especially services sectors do all apply, or let's say use English language, but everywhere you go, you have the possibility to discuss in English or to talk in English, and then it's not difficult.
So they doesn't have any language barrier. That's a wonderful point to be noted by the students actually, wherein because they have this thing in the mind whether we would be comfortable enough to understand their language or we have to speak their language out there in that country. But yes, English, as we know, it's worldwide accepted and it is welcomed in Albania as well. So coming to that, once the student has completed his program, whether it's a master's or a bachelor's program, how long they can stay or they can work, and how does this goes into the process once they complete their education? And
So students have possibility to prolong their stay if they want to study. For example, if they finish bachelor programs and they apply for master programs, they prolong their stay there. So they do apply, they accomplish all documents, and during that transition period, they are able to stay, and no one forced them to abandon Albanian territory. But it depends then on personal interest, whether they want to stay in Albania or whether they want to study, let's say, in Europe or other places, and they go through procedures. And Albania has some regulation which follow the European Union regulation. As you know, Albania soon will be part of the European Union.
Yes,
so
yes.
you might stay in Albania and you have, let's say, activities in different parts of the Europe. You know, the freedoms of people, services, goods, and ideas and experiences. It's one of the most four pillars of European society. So it is considering also the Albanian society for this reality soon. So any international students living in Albania have all these kind of possibilities to exercise and to apply in an European society.
And let's say if a student has completed his graduation and then he wants to work, so how long he can work and how he can extend his work, in Albania itself?
Students should apply and should exercise all required documents for working visa permission or study visa permission. And it's easily to find any criteria, any terms which should be applied in order to stay. But generally, the Albania is friendly, and this is the mindset. This is the, let's say, the patterns of Albanian society, Albanian governments being, let's say, helpful and positive to anyone which apply the societal rules, administrative rules, and legal standards.
So that means basically the student, once he get employed post his education, he can work there and he can extend his visa on work permit.
For sure, yes.
As the employer or the company is going to, make him stay back, and then he can provide those documents to the embassy, and he can stay there for good number of years as long he's working out there.
So being in Albania while you are students or later be employed is much easier than someone which is abroad and want to come in Albania.
Okay.
So you already are a reality. You just keep and apply the standards at different level, and that you are part of this society, well integrated.
Okay. And let's say the student wants to complete their studies in Albania and wants to move to Europe for masters or even for a work. So how good are the options, and the degree or the program which he has done from CIT, would it be recognized throughout the world? So
yeah, the Albanian curricula are well designed based on North American models, as I already mentioned, and the European standards. So in any previous experience, there is not any single case where Albanian students or international students which have studied at CIT have problems. Contrary, all diplomas coming from CIT counts everywhere.
okay.
In Europe, North America, across the globe. This is very true. This is a very consolidated idea and experience, because the way the curricula is designed and is applied, it has such a mindset for CIT students to be integrated everywhere in the globe. So, as I already told you, the logo of the CIT is CIT opens your door to the world.
So basically, the students who have studied from CIT opens the door for entire Europe and North America and to the world as well. it would be
Yes.
well recognized, and you can easily get in jobs, or you can pursue your masters also if you want to move to Canada or US or anywhere in entire Europe,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
So coming back to the points which we has already discussed upon the employment and everything. So how long is the duration of the programs if I talk about bachelor's? So it's 3 years bachelor's.
Yes,
Okay.
there is a 3-year bachelor program. So you study 2 semesters per each year, and there are 180 credit you get under the or through the bachelor program. And there are 2 years of study for Master of Science study, and you get 120 credit. So 3-year study for bachelor program and 2-year of study for Master of Science programs
Okay.
altogether.
Great.
And CIT also have create opportunity for students to know previously for European university or North American university. We have established considerable international agreements, which are dual partnership agreements with many European universities. Under these agreements, CIT students have possibility to study at least 1 semester, academic semesters, in one of these universities. Means 5 months, but it goes up to 10 months. During this period, CIT students under the Erasmus Plus programs study for 1 semester in one home university,
Okay.
and then come back again at CIT. All credits gained at this university are transferable to the CIT
Okay.
according to this agreement. So during this experience, students have possibility to know more about their university. For example, in France, Spain, German, Poland, Czech Republic, Italy, Portugal, etc. So they are ready to, let's say, to jump in these universities as students through regular processes, and they know how to go, where to go, and what university to choose for second level or study for master studies. While they are master students, they choose to go to doctoral studies, and we have established this institution at CIT to create possibility for students to, let's say, go from one cycle to the other cycles. And we have established concrete agreements and partnership with universities in Kassel, Germany, in Ain, Spain, Sorbonne, France, Paris Sorbonne, North France, for just for research and doctoral studies. Beyond this partnership on bachelor and master's mobility studies.
So after doing your master, you can definitely go for your PhD programs, and it opens a gate of diversity.
Yes, for sure.
For the other countries as well. So that is again one of the best options which students are getting to study while studying in CIT or through studying in CIT. So as you were telling me that before CIT, you were also associated with the Ministry of Immigrations out there. So any particular points you could share with the RH students that they have to keep in mind while applying, or understanding the environment out there for jobs and work and everything?
Yes, I have previous experience in Ministry of Labor, Social Affairs and Migration, together with other kind of ministries. So Albania is an open country. It's a country which welcome anyone which want to be progressive citizens of the world. So we appreciate any progressive values which come in our country. So when you come as a student, you bring another culture, you bring another diversity, part of the society. And we consider that as a richness part of the society. And we consider it as a contribution. So be a good citizens of the world, and Albania is most welcome to you.
Thank you very much for this insight, Professor.
Thank you.
And I think students who are planning to study abroad with an affordability and world-class education and hand-on experience with your education in terms of getting internship or working part-time, or even a matter of fact for full-time for master's students, I think Canadian Institute of Technology is the right choice, wherein they can get enrolled themselves in the coming September intake. And any questions or any doubts, anything any student would have, please put your doubts and questions in our comment box, and we'll be more than happy to help you out there. Any last word which you would like to share with our Indian students for the university?
We'll be very happy to see you at CAT. With the CAT, you go everywhere. You will go everywhere successfully and proud. Wish you good luck.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.